this is Mike Tyson. You listen to the XY show, and I think you'll enjoy it. It's going to be ecstatic.
The opinions expressed on the X and Y show are the sole opinions of the host. Please note, there is no intentional desire to offend any member of the listening audience. With that said, if you still feel offended, tough shit.
It's time for the X and Y show with your host, Mr. Roosevelt. He talks about man topics, lady topics, and relationships. He talks about love, sex, and infidelities. He even gives good tips. There is no other show that compares to the X and Y show.
Oh yeah. Sit back, take your clothes off, and relax. It's time for the X and Y show, where real relationship issues are talked about and addressed. The only place on the planet that tackles the topics that everyone wants to talk about, but no one is brave enough to address. Nothing escapes X and Y, baby. Now, here's your host, Roosevelt Colbert.
Welcome to another segment of the X and Y Show, and I'm your host, Roosevelt. Welcome. Well, I want to apologize to all my listeners out there. It's been a while. It's been about a month since I recorded, and you know how I feel about the Burr months. This is a wrap. I'm going to rap to you a little bit in this session, and it'll be my last show for the year. I will be returning in 2026. But this will be my last show for the year. But I was supposed to do so much. You guys know how I feel about the Burr month, September. I'm bringing it with Earth, Wind, and Fire, September, October, November, December. You know, this is my favorite time of the year. But this year's been a little different for me. You know, and I know a lot of people going through a lot of stuff for different reasons. Me, I have a job that pays well, right? And I'm doing well in management, but I'm still not happy with where I am. In anything, you know, I don't like, even though I'm born and raised in Florida. You guys know that I'm born and raised in Miami, but I hate this state. With all of my heart, I hate this state. It's 3 days before Christmas, and it's 80 degrees. 3 days, 82. It's not humid, but it's still hot. It's ridiculous. Just that alone, I just don't like this place. It's expensive. You can't afford it. You know, for a damn 2-1 house costs you $8 million. It's too crowded, you know. It's just everything about this place I don't like. So for those of you who have been listening to my show religiously, you know that I've been trying to get out of here. You know, first I started mildly and kind of passive, you know, but then I got more aggressive. And it just hasn't been, first of all, you know, I'm not going to go anywhere because the next time I move, that's it. A lot of you know me, but I've been all over the place. I lived in Delaware. I lived in Atlanta, Jersey, Alaska, Philly. I've been everywhere. So the last place I moved, the next place I moved, that's it. I'm not moving anymore. So it's got to be right or near right as possible, right? I know nowhere is like a utopia. But next place I move, that's it. I'm gonna die there. So I've been trying to get out of here, and it hasn't been working out. And I went actually about 3 weeks ago, I was a finalist in a position, but I didn't get it. They flew me in somewhere in the Northeast. I'm not going to tell you because somebody might listen to the show. Oh, I know that motherfucker. But I did go, but I did not get it. And, I think everything happens for a reason. But I must say I'm a little, I don't want to say depressed because I don't want you guys to think I'm suicidal or some shit. But just, and I would say I'm a little depressed, but more frustrated because, I have all of these things on paper, I have 4 degrees and MBA and, another master's from one of the best schools in the country. I have all this stuff on paper, but it's still just not panning out. And then I work with a lot of stupid motherfuckers over me. And you like, it's frustrating. It is. So long story short, I was frustrated and a little depressed, not a lot, but mostly frustrated, angry, actually. So I was not in the mood to do podcasts. I was not in the mood to talk. But then I came to realize, that life is a merry-go-round, right? Meaning, you're going to go to the low point and then you're going to eventually go back up high. And I have to remember that. And then, I have to remember to stop being selfish because there's a lot of people doing a lot worse than I am. I have somewhere to live. I have a vehicle. I have a job. I have food. I have a family. A lot of people don't have that. So, I have to stop taking those things for granted and be blessed for what I have. And the right opportunity will come. I'm confident of that in the new year where I can get out of Florida. But that's why I didn't record any podcast because I'm just too angry, too frustrated. A lot of shit on my mind. How are these stupid motherfuckers over me in these high positions making a lot more money and they don't know shit. And it was frustrating. It was eating at me. Still eating at me. But, I'm not going to let that bother me. And, next year I'm going to start a new season. I already got a lot of things I'm going to do. I'm going to do more interviews with celebrities. I got a lot of things and ideas I'm going to do and make the show even better. I'm just going to come back and do me, and I'm going to write a book too. I'm going to write a Christmas book. You know how I feel about Christmas. I'm going to write it and hopefully it'll be out before next Christmas. So I'm going to write a book. I'm going to just do shit to do me. And I say that to say this. I hope someone out there who is extremely depressed and thinking about doing something to harm themselves. I'm not near that point, but it can get with someone else. So I say that to say this, if you're feeling depressed and you're feeling like you can't win, think of your life as a merry-go-round. You're at a low point now, but eventually you're going to go back up high. That merry-go-round always comes down, then it goes back up. It comes down and it goes back up. Comes down, goes back up. So if you're feeling down now, eventually you're going to go back up. Eventually you will go back up. So you just have to hang in there. It's going to get better. A new year is coming. And you should feel blessed. I know a lot of you are depressed and sad. The holidays make things worse. A lot of you are alone, and I was supposed to do a few episodes on that as well. I was supposed to talk about all kind of stuff, and I didn't. I kind of left you hanging. I apologize for that again, but I am human. I'm going through a lot of shit too. So, you know, give me a little break, but I'm all right now, because I know eventually the right thing will come along. Eventually I will be able to get out of Florida. I know a lot of you saying, how do you hate Florida so much? Florida is not what you guys think it is. I mean, if you like hot weather, yeah, this is a place for you. But you're sacrificing so much for that hot weather, to be hot and sweating. You're paying more things for everything. It's expensive. Rent is expensive for one bedroom. If you want to live somewhere nice where you don't have to worry about people breaking in your shit, you're going to pay at least $2,000 for, and not even a large apartment, for a little bigger than a studio. It's expensive. It's crowded. The traffic is bad, especially when you get into a metropolitan city, Miami, Tampa, Orlando, Fort Myers, all of that. So the traffic's bad. So many people. It's hot. Then, you got to worry about getting blown off the planet 6 months out of the year from a damn hurricane. So it's not that glamorous. And I don't even go to the damn beach. I hate the beach. I haven't gone to the beach since 1990. Wait a minute. Because I'm going to tell you, my cousin came from the Navy. Was I still in high school? Okay, I'm gonna just take a guess and say it was 1990. That's the last time I've been to the beach. And I didn't even get in the water. We just walked on the beach. Actually, it was a nude beach. We were trying to see some naked women, and we only saw one older woman. But I didn't even get in the water. I hate the beach. So there's no reason for me to be here, except for my family. Except for my family. And if it wasn't for my family, I would be in Alaska. I'm just telling you right now. But it's just too far right now to go away that far from my family. My mom, she's older. I don't want her to pass like my dad did when I was over there. My brother and sister are getting older now. So, I don't want to be that far from family. Otherwise, I'll be in Alaska. Just keeping it real. But, getting off course here. I think that life is too short to be unhappy, right? And I'm not saying that your life is going to be perfect, but I think that you should have some points in your life where you are happy. For example, you're happy, you're socially happy, professionally happy. One of those, or preferably at least 2 out of 3. At least 2 out of 3 you should have to have a wonderful life. Some people have all 3. Right now, I have none. I'm not professionally happy. I'm not financially happy. I'm making good money, but I think I should be getting paid more, because a lot of people who are over me, who are fucking idiots, are making a lot more than I am. So I'm not financially happy. I'm not professionally happy, and I'm not socially happy. I don't like it here in Fort Myers. It's terrible, especially if you're single. If you're married, it's okay. But if you're single, this is a terrible place. Any place in Florida is. All of them the same. Jacksonville, Miami, Tampa, Orlando, all of them the same. So I got to get the fuck out of here. one way or another. And 2026 is the year. I'm going to make some big changes, get more aggressive in finding a way out. I'm going to continue my show, make it better. And I'm going to write a book. Those are my 3 goals. The new episode will drop January 7th. So look out for that. But I wanted to holler at you guys because I know a lot of people are out there feeling down and, depressed because of the holidays. You're alone by yourself. You're not happy. You're not socially happy. You're not financially happy. You're not professionally happy. You're not happy as well. And a lot of you are a lot more depressed than some folks. A lot of you are thinking or considering harming yourselves even. And I just want to say that if you're listening to the sound of my voice, give yourself time. Give yourself time. It'll get better. Life is like a Ferris wheel. You're going to go down and you eventually got to go back up. You're going to go back down. Eventually, you're going to go back up. Give yourself a chance. It's the holidays. I know a lot of you are sad. A lot of you wondering how you're going to make it to the next day. But that's life. Life messes with us at times. My brother's going through something right now. I got some friends going through some shit. Life messes with you, a lot of times, and it doesn't matter who you are. You can be a celebrity. You look at these people, they have plenty of money, and a lot of them are miserable behind closed doors. No one is immune to life. Now, you might have certain pockets where you live in, you're high on the Ferris wheel. You might stay up there a long time. When you was at the youth fair and they used to leave you up in the air, you high for a long time. But eventually they got to bring you down. So that's how life is. Eventually you're high and then you got to come back down sometimes. But it makes you stronger. It makes you with a stronger will to get through things once you go through a lot of things. So I just want you all to think about that as we get through these holidays. It's actually 3 days before Christmas. Can you believe it? It seems like just yesterday I was playing Earth, Wind & Fire September, bringing in the bird months. And here we are 3 days from Christmas. It's all over in a matter of 3 days. It's all over. We're back to the grind. January. When I was a kid, that's the worst day was December 26th for me, because that was the longest day that you had to wait till next Christmas to come. December 26th, that was the worst day for me. I hated that, Christmas is over, no more Christmas cartoons, no more Rudolph and all of that. Anyway, so I wanted to rap to you a little bit. This is the last time I'll rap to you in the 2025. But I wanted to give you a reason why I haven't made a show in quite some time. And to be honest with you, I considered stopping. I really did. But I really enjoy doing this show. It's my therapy. I like doing this show. And, next year I'm going to do a little different. I'm going to do it in segments and not do it, continuously until the bird months and then take a break. And because, damn, you get burnt out. I mean, even Jimmy Kimmel and all of them, Colbert, and they take breaks. So I'm going to do that next year. I'm going to do some things to improve so I won't get burnt out and, help me prepare better. And just keep with me. I'm going to make some changes to the show and make it better for you. And we'll grow together. Go on this Ferris wheel of life together. You know, we're all high, we're all low for different reasons, but we all must get through the same thing. And that's life. So that's all I wanted to say to you. But I wanted to tell you, I wanted to talk to you one last time in 2025. And I want to just tell you that I will be back next year, 2026. First show will drop January 7th. And I will see you then. And I hope everyone have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And stay up, because life can't keep you down forever. Just like a Ferris wheel, you're going to eventually go back up. That is it. I will see you next year, January 7th. Stay tuned. Look out for the tweets. Follow me on social media. Go to my website. Follow any web episodes that you may have missed. www.thexyshow.com. And listen to and catch up on some things. And be ready for next year. Be ready for Roosevelt, because I'm coming. I want you always to remember that you cannot have X and Y without lust and love. Later.
X and Y, X and Y, X and Y all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Merry Christmas from the X and Y Show.